I think we have one of the most dirty subway in France from Europe. Like we have the most dirty subway in all Europe, I think. Maybe. I never been to many countries, but I think so. That's really dirty and like people doesn't respect anything. They write everywhere.
안녕하세요. 프랑스에서 사람입니다. 아따란이에요. 그리고 24살이에요.
I lived 1.5 years in Korea. It has been really good, but sometimes takes time. But globally, it was really great, and I want to stay more. I think the security is like the most. Like I feel really safe, and I like the food as well, and the fashion, and even the people. They're really nice to me. So transportation is perfect. Actually, it cannot be that worse than France. So yeah, really like on time, clean, like spacious, and yeah, everything is perfect. Actually, there are many differences. The fact that it is not clean in France, it is not on time in France. There are like demonstration every time in France, so it blocks the train. Or people like throw things in front of the train, so it blocks everything. All that kind of things, and like the ticket system is really different as well. Well, in France, especially in Paris, because I lived almost like all my life near Paris. So in Paris region, you have two choices. You can have a card that you pay every month, and you have unlimited transportation for bus and train, but train like subway and city train. So not to go from Paris to Marseille, for example, like not long way, but in the region. And you can choose the zone, and you pay more if you want like all the zone of the region, or but you pay less if you just want like a little part of Paris, for example. So you can take that, but the other option is tickets, but this is just one or two-way tickets. So this is kind of annoying to buy every time to the counter. Like, oh, that's annoying, I think. Unless if you travel a lot, you better take the card, because the ticket will be too expensive at the end. Because if you take one ticket, at the end it will become more expensive than the card if you pay it for 1 month. Actually, there is one card you pay for 1 month, and every month you charge it. But you don't charge automatically, or you can charge. Well, it depends. Well, it depends actually. It depends on what you want. But there is one card, you can charge it every month. So you pay for 1 month, and you can travel everywhere in the zone you selected. So if you select a lot of zones, then you can travel unlimited in all those zones. But if you choose just one zone, only in that one. But if you choose just one, it will be less expensive. But if you take a ticket, then you have to pay every time you want to travel, so that's not convenient. Not really, because they are late, so so you can actually, if you want to go to point A to point B, and you have to wait like 20 minutes your train to travel 10 minutes by train, you better take your car to just travel like 20 minutes, so you don't have to wait and you're faster at point B. So well, it depends. If you go far, then it's better to take transportation or train. The good thing is I can pay with my credit card, and that's really convenient. Because at first, when I was living here, I was using the T-Money card, which is also great, but it was not really convenient to me to always charge it again. So I asked to my bank, and I have like the credit card you can use as a T-Money, and was really more convenient. Even like to pay, like you just have to wait, and the bank do it automatically. So the transfer system, like you don't pay between the two. Like you don't pay more if you take the subway, then after the bus you will pay the same price. I think that's really great actually, because like sometimes even if you're not that far from 2 points, you have to change a lot. So if you have to pay every time you have to change, that's not convenient. Like it's more expensive for like not a far distance. So I think it's great. Actually really late, really late. But maybe just one friend told me like, oh, and that's really great, because like we were talking about the transportation, and he was like, oh, and we can transfer almost for free. And I was like, since when? Since every time, like you can do it. So I didn't know. I don't really pay attention when I'm in transportation. I'm like with my music. And in Korea, you can transfer from train to bus easily without paying more. But in France, only from train to train. If you come out of the train, of the station, if you want to go again, you have to pay. If you want to take 2 subways, then you will not pay more. But if you want to take one subway and after a bus, you have to pay 2 tickets. But if you want to take 2 subways, just 1 ticket is enough.
So
you cannot mix the bus and the subway. I feel like it is fair. Because like I think if you think about it, like if you don't have choice to change from the subway to the bus, you will feel like if you have to pay more, like that's like why I don't have the choice to change. So I think it's fair.
And then when you just walk by, it communicates with your phone and it does it automatically.
So you don't have to do beep beep. So for the car, I don't feel something special because it exists already like for a long time in France. So I think it's really more convenient than the paying by card or cash. So for that, like nothing that's surprising. But for the Bluetooth in the subway, that's really great because I'm always like searching where is my credit card. I have my earphones, so I like I don't know, it's like putting in my arm, and that's really not convenient. So if I can do it with my phone, like without not even touch it, that's really great.
And the reason they developed this was because of the coronavirus. So there's a lot of potential for the virus to carry over to your card and tap.
If I change my phone, I will use it because my phone cannot download any app. But if I have like good phone to have it, yes, of course I will do. I know we are not already enough developed to do that. So yeah, for now maybe you can wait like 2035 to have it. I'm bad, but maybe not now. I think they will like it, but they are not into it. They are not that much into like technology and less than Korea. Yeah, there are seats for the pregnant and yeah, the older person, and that's really nice. And I don't see that much of Korean sitting on their places, so I think it's really great and respectful. But yeah, the first time I apologized to elderly. I sat on the elderly places, but I didn't know, so it was my first day in Korea, so sorry. But I think it's really great for that. Yeah, I don't think we have it in France. In the bus, yes, but not in the subway. At summer, I think there is too many aircon in the transportation. That's why I have my jacket now. But yeah, at winter, that's so great. Like yeah, I really appreciate when there is like heating seats. In bus sometimes, because when you're like above the motors, then you can feel the heat because the bus is driving, so yeah, you can feel, but I don't think it's on purpose. I think we have one of the most dirty subway in France from Europe. Like we have the most dirty subway in all Europe. I think maybe I never been to many countries, but I think so. That's really dirty, and like people doesn't respect anything. They write everywhere, like on the window or on the seats, like. No comment. I feel really surprised. Like it's almost all white. Like you cannot have white things in France. Like that's not possible. It will become black like in 2 days. So well, maybe I'm exaggerated a little bit, but still. Like so, yeah. My first impression was that like the really first one when I arrived from the airport to the place I was going. Like it was really, oh my God, it's clean everywhere, and there is almost fresh air. I can breathe. So I was like really happy to be here. Is there hair? There is no hair. No, we can, especially in Paris, like I'm mostly talking about Paris because the transportation in the south or in all the places I don't really know. So, but in Paris, like you cannot breathe it, smell sometimes pee or like garbage or sweat. So no, don't smell. Almost everything, because almost everything is different. So yeah, but actually this is really something I want to do. Like my family was supposed to come, but because of Corona they were not, but they were supposed to come in September. And I was thinking I have to find the most beautiful station in Korea and show them and try to find a way to always pass by the most beautiful station because it's not my country, but I'm kind of proud to show them that it's really beautiful and like clean and so good. So, but I don't think it will be that difficult to find a good one. So, but some friends already came and they had the same impression as me. They were really surprised. and they were like, oh, I can be peacefully here. And they were really peaceful as well because they can put their phone, like they can keep their phone peacefully in their hand and nobody will take it. So that too. And they could like sleep, like fall asleep peacefully in the subway and not be like afraid that someone will take your bag or your mobile. So same impression as me. So today we talk about the transportation in Korea and in France. So we could see that there are a lot of advantages in Korea. I want to bring back everything. Current system is perfect. So or maybe the card that you don't have to charge every time, but that's almost same. So no, everything come to France, please. So if you like the video, just stand up and subscribe. Bye bye.